But this is another thing the pharma industry won't let you talk about, Atrioc, okay? Because they prevented you from even talking about it. The tech industry stopped you from even saying ivermectin could be useful on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, and I distinctly recall nobody on the internet or social media talking about
that you're not allowed to talk about Bush. Name one time people were allowed to say that Bush did 9/11.
Can't remember it.
I can't remember. That's why we are the podcast to break this news.
It's finally.
It's been suppressed for so long.
And YouTube is allowing it this time?
We'll explain why.
Okay, so
if you're watching this right now, save the file, save the video,
please, and save our memory because they could be coming for us.
I want to add something on to the ivermectin thing.
Okay, add it
so
on.
I remember like 6 months ago, I was like, you know what, maybe I need to dig into this. Like, not as in like I was looking for answers of how to deal with COVID-19. I was like, what is the, what are some of the arguments from the people who are still saying that it was like a valuable thing to take at the time? And there's this, I think in the wake maybe of the Australian study that you mentioned, there's this study that claimed like clinical use in Egypt that claimed like very successful results in like patients with COVID-19. This was early on during the pandemic. And this study was then like copied or like replicated by a few other like countries or like groups of people around the world. And then subsequently, there was a larger study that I've read. I think it was like a metadata study that took like 25 of these studies that had been done, but all built off the back of that Egypt study that was saying or supporting the effectiveness of ivermectin. The thing is, the Egypt study is like made up. Like it's literally, they didn't do it. It was the data for the Egyptian study was literally made up. And then all of these places that had built their data off of the backs of that study also suffered from very similar issues to that study. And this metadata analysis that a lot of people were propagating in like the couple years following that I had read was built entirely off of the back of like one grain of like basically false premise or false information. And I thought that was wild. And the company that, or like the group that published that metadata study issued a retraction for it like a year later. That this is like clarifying that this is wildly inaccurate and the underlying inaccuracy of the data in all of the studies that it had referenced. And the reason I came across this was because I was in a group chat with some people and somebody was like laying in to like how we still could be using ivermectin to be combating this problem. I was like, first of all, bro, it's 2025. I was like,
move on.
It's crazy. It's crazy to get into this in 2025, I feel like.